Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Hi, hello. All of a sudden, I'm so sorry for this. All of a sudden, my camera stopped working. So, uh, I need to figure out what's going on with that. In the meantime, I'm using my phone. Not exactly ideal, but kind of the best thing I can think of. So at the moment, here, let me do this. Sorry that oh my gosh, I'm sweaty. A few minutes delayed. It's been a hectic day. Hello, hi. Yes, I know the angle's weird. I'm sorry. I'll try and fix that in a minute. Hello, Chris, you just saw the Mario movie. I just saw it too. And everybody here's seen it. I'd love to discuss it. But if not, I mean, I don't want to be that guy that totally spoils it. But I would love to discuss it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put... Look at this. Look at this complicated setup. We have an Arca Swiss plate on a GoPro next onto another GoPro attachment onto a third GoPro to phone clip attachment. So I'm going to put my phone onto this and put this onto my little connector thingy. Thank you, Cass. I do love this shirt quite a lot. It feels very springy, which is how it's felt here today. It's been hot. I'm not sure if you can tell. I'm sweaty and definitely feel it. Oop, that is at an angle. There we go. Oh, you can see the microphone that I'm currently not using because it plugs into my camera. Then all of a sudden, right as I was about to start streaming, stopped. I'm an idiot. Look at that. That is a SD card door that just wasn't closed properly. So now, if I flip the switch, that works. All of this setup for nothing. Last minute sheer panic setup. All for naught. Oh well, I'll switch over in a sec. Oh, Chris, that's awesome. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a good way to describe it. I heard someone say it's like a ride at Universal, and that is very accurate. Definitely a damp boy today, indeed. It was hot. I'm sorry. We just jumped from like freezing cold, rainy, to all of a sudden super hot out of nowhere. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna switch over this setup here. There we go, so you can still see me. In fact, you want to see what I'm doing? So let me angle this like here so you can see it. Whoop. And pop this. Hang on. I need to put you like right here because I need both hands. Oh, isn't this an amazing angle right here? Let's just look up Chris's neck. Wait, do you like it? Should I just kind of stay on this, just keep using my phone? It is a cool thing, right? I don't like how bad the audio quality is because this is just, it's going to be in the 70s next week. Oh, nice. I'm so jealous. It's supposed to be friggin' hot here. We really just leapt into summer. I have unbuttoned my shirt as much as I feel comfortable publicly doing. Let me plug in my camera here. We got the HDMI, we got the power, we got the microphone. Switch to video mode. Okay, here we go. Drum roll. Will this work? That whole time. Oh no! I did the thing again. I did the thing again! Okay. Hopefully this works. Oh, great. You can see even more of how sweaty I am. Great. Beautiful. Lovely. Cool, 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 cool. It was lovely warm here today. Eliana and I spent a lot of time outside. That's wonderful. And I'm so happy for you and more than a little bit jealous. It's so hot here. We really just jumped. It was freezing cold, rainy. We had one day of decently nice weather. And then, bam, burning hot. So that's, now, admittedly, when I say burning hot, I mean by my going soft standards. So it's like 80. But look, okay, look. I rest my case. Oh, I was putting the comments on. I'm sorry. You need to be able to see those. I need to be able to see those. There we go. Bam! Wait for it. Bam! There we are. One of these stream days, I want Chris to mess up the stream and we don't say anything and let it just be mute for the whole hour. You would, wouldn't you? Zimrin. That was us last October in reverse. We turned off the AC and turned on the heat the same day. Jeez Louise, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So I was temporarily putting you on this little stand, this little like Joby Pod knockoff that actually works really well because it can support the weight of my camera with a 24-70 lens on it. So I got this actually in Malaysia with Susan on the last day. So it has like a lot of sentimental value to me, and I know I need to do those vlogs. I'm sorry. It's midterms this week, and it's been rough. This has been a particularly rough midterm season. So I need to get. I took these glasses in to be adjusted, and they did it. They said this is the best we can do. And they're still wonky. So, oops. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Criminy chicken, more like criminal chicken. That's my favorite thing to do apparently with Zimran is just dramatically zoom into the face anytime we say anything. How has your week been? I hope it's been good. Mine's been so stressful. Good. But so much studying and sheer panic and last minute homework assignments that I completely forgot about until it's 10 p.m. and I'm in bed scrolling through the Canvas app just to make sure everything's good and suddenly be like, oh, I have an essay due. So, definitely not speaking from experience last night. I hope your week has been amazing. I hope you had a good weekend too, specifically. Jeez Louise, it's hot. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can feel how hot it is in here. What was that sentence, Chris? It's hot in this room in particular. Just utterly trapped. It's an oven in here. I went over a very narrow bridge today. It was fun. If it was anyone else, I'd be so scared. But dude. You can drive. You can drive precisely is the best word for it. Your precision is remarkable. I know I've shared it before, but this guy drove backwards on the edge of a cliff down a mountain in a truck. In not even a truck that he's used to, in a rental truck. That's nuts. Major props to you, my dude. I don't even know how. My week's been good. Took a nostalgia trip today and played Club Penguin Rewritten. I've never even heard of that. Did they like do a kind of community hosted? What's the word? Like a community revived Club Penguin? That's really cute. I really like that. Oh, you can tell how hot it is because of how red my ears are. That's a good way to tell. Yeah, my week has, I think I've told you this before, but I've really gotten into shooting film. Specifically, like with my grandfather's old camera, because I've just recently learned that it actually has a meter on it. Now, if the meter works, I don't know. I'm trusting it. I have not gotten any film developed that I've shot with it yet. But hopefully. I got hot cross buns that are available at a local restaurant once a year for Good Friday and had a pretty good Easter. Nice! That's really great. I'm really happy for you. I remember playing that song on my recorder. Also, I take that back. I have gotten a few photos back. But that was before can I show you some photos? Did I ever show you these? Some my couple film photos? I went out with a friend and we just kind of took film photos all around with 2 rolls. One that was expired. This film expired in 2020. And some that were like Portra 400. So do you want to see some of my film photos that I kind of like? They're not like amazing, photography images by any stretch of the imagination, but they just, I don't know, good nostalgia for me. There we go. So this is my friend. This is my friend Amy, and she loves film photos. So we went out, and she had one of those like disposable cameras, and there'll be some of those photos in here too. But it was just like, it was a gorgeous day. The sunset was just absolutely beautiful. We went down to the farmer's market in LA, and I missed focus in this photo. They're also like all out of order, so apologies about that. Yeah, as you can see, so I did not realize that this camera has a meter in it and thought it was fully manual, and so it was using a smartphone app to try and calculate exposure, and it was not always accurate, and I am just not that good. I need a way to be able to see comments. Oh my, I missed Hannah's comment. I'm sorry. I will like give that the attention that it deserves. Do you mind if I just pull up the comments here so I can read them? Whoops. There we go. Film can actually expire? Yes, it can. And it kind of looks really aesthetic though. At least the particular roll that I shot and got developed. There was a second roll that I shot and then accidentally didn't wind up and opened the back of the camera and ruined the whole thing. I've actually ruined several things of film, but we'll get to that story in a second. Hannah, oh geez Louise, your battery died in the middle of your super stressful week, and then you witnessed an auto accident on your way to the Good Friday service. Oh my gosh! Everyone was okay, but one or both cars were total. Jeez! I'm really glad no one was like, or everyone was okay, but that's horrible. I'm so sorry you had to witness that. I'm sorry that that happened. And what timing? Jeez, I'm sorry. Moving on. Oh, this is my friend Mara. Oh, this is another one. So this is what the expired film looks like. Was this expired film? I think this was also expired film. I think. And you can, yeah, this is more expired though. You can see the shadows are very lightened and it's very, very noisy. This is ISO 200 film. I just thought this was a really pretty shot. There's this sticker that's right by where I wait for the bus, and it just says "Life for the Better." And I don't know if that's a tagline for a clothing company or something. I just really think that it's aesthetic. That's me. That's your boy. That's Amy. There we go. Finally, that photo's in focus. So I think I showed you last week, the focusing mechanism in these cameras is ridiculously hard to do when you're not used to it. Oh, Susan's awake. Do you want to say hi? Say hi. There we go. Whoops. Let me do that one more time. Here we go. Everyone say hi, Susan. There we go. It takes a few tries to get the perfect selfie. Okay. But yeah, I really like this photo. I probably won't post anywhere. I don't like it that much. But that's what these streams really are. I'm just showing you the stuff that I won't post publicly. I don't think it's an amazing image or anything. It's out of focus. The lighting is awful. But I think it's kind of neat. And this lens, it has character. He says... Although that could be like a funny, Chris, you're right, reply to somebody that is like freaking out on Maine. Yeah, it's just me chilling on a bench. A neat view that I thought would come out better on camera, and it really doesn't, because I missed focus once again. That's my friend. This is so interesting, the expired film, because like all the shadows are this kind of maroon red. That's really interesting. Yeah, see, these are all out of order. Ooh, and that is way overexposed. This was the farmer's market in LA, and whoever scanned this did not do the best job. Yeah, I mean, these I think are just kind of like a neat aesthetic. There's another picture with the breed sign. I'm debating on posting this. I don't know what I would caption it is the thing. Like, I think it's neat. I like the lighting. It's exposed well, and I'm proud that it's in focus. But I don't know what to call it. Like, breathe? That seems way too obvious. Yeah, and then once we knew we got the shot, we were just having fun. Yes, Chris, you do know that parking lot. Yeah, neat view. Oh, these are some of my college friends. We're just getting boba. I probably should have gotten their permission. Oh. Okay, if you ever go to the Grove in downtown LA, there is this like barbecue place. That's all the meat that you get, but it is so good. I am saying this as somebody from North Carolina. That is some good barbecue right there. I stand behind what I just said. Just a neat, view. We can skip past that cringy photo. Hello. Another breathe photo. We were just having fun at this point. The thing, too, that's really wild about film is I'll get home after a day, and I'm so used to, okay, had a great day taking photos with friends, now time to sit in front of my computer for like 3 hours and go through all of the photos. And it was like, nope, I'm done. They just sit on here until the roll is finished. And then I drop them off, and that's it. And admittedly, I do some post work. Oh yeah, that's the boba place that we always go to. Just neat lighting in the classroom. I don't know. Like, these aren't good photos. These aren't images. They're just kind of little snapshots for me. Like, I have personal great memories just goofing off with friends in this classroom. After classes, after work, the sun's kind of starting to set. So, like, this has a lot of nostalgic value for me personally, but it's not a great image, so I probably won't post it anywhere. Oh, Hannah, I'm sorry. I should explain. There's an outdoor mall, essentially, in downtown LA called The Grove, and they have a whole bunch of food, essentially mini restaurants right outside of it. And it's called the Farmer's Market, even though it's not actually a farmer's market. I'm sorry, I should say. Chris, yes, it is. I'm pretty sure, yes, this is the exact same classroom that we went into. Ha! That's funny. Yep, just the metro. Look at how artsy-fartsy I am. Yes, so this is not the greatest image of the farmer's market, but there's these little quasi-restaurants that you go in, get food, and then come out and sit outside in between restaurants. There's tables set up. These are just some film photos that I recently got developed. Just a neat view at a park. There's my grandma. She would kill me if she knew I shared this with you. Okay, these are all out of order. I don't know why I saved these so haphazardly, but I did. There's my friend, and I really like I'm just a sucker for the color, the highlight roll off. Like, I love the colors. That's what I'm a sucker for. Oh, and then my friend, who's a geography master, just kind of casually, he was making some kind of joke or reference, and he just casually drew this remarkably to scale map of the world just off the top of his head, just kind of doodling it. I'm sorry, why is this so accurate? This is a bit messy because we joked that he drew Penang, where Susan lives, in the wrong place, and he was like, well, here. Nope. Well, here. Because originally it was like, there. Nope. And then he drew it right here. Nope. And then he just kind of jokingly frustrated did a whole bunch of scribbles. Like, it's got to be under there. So that's what that is what that is about. This map is not accurate because I'm lazy. But this is what the expired film does. You see how the shadows kind of melt away? Oh, that's my view when I'm taking the bus, taking public transport. Thank you, Chris, for hooking me up on public transport. This is the place. Pampas Grill. This is... I really want it right now. If you ever come... Chris, next time that you're in... I know it's going to be a long time, but next time you're in LA, I need to take you to the original farmer's market in the Grove. We need to go have lunch here. It's so good. And then also the running joke of the day became that I would take these photos of her taking a selfie. More breathe sign photos. Oh, that was behind an accidental double exposure at my film, one of my film classes that I'm taking on campus in front of the green screen. So, oops. But also it kind of looks kind of neat. Again, these I'm never going to post these anywhere. These are just you. Just you are getting these. Yeah, more photos on that bench. More of my friend. More of the map. More of the bus. Oh, this is another shot of the place. Brazilian home cooking and barbecue. This place. I did not mean to get this guy in almost perfect focus. He looks like he's the subject of the image. I meant for the sign to be in the subject of the image and just did not notice he was there. My bad. One thing I've learned though is you can't use this for far off views because it doesn't really work. More breathe, more buildings, more behind the scenes of my my cinematography class. So, oh, there's Mara. That's my friend that I showed you the photo of earlier. More of Amy. Would I be a pretentious film shooter if I did not have the looking through the viewfinder in the mirror with plants behind me shot? I'm so basic. Just sheer, unabashed basicness. Could you imagine vlogging but with a film camera? That would be so expensive. That would be ridiculously expensive. And so slow to process. The files would be huge. It would be the antithesis of everything that vlogging is. And I want to try it now that you say that. Oh, I want to try it. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine vlogging with a manual focus lens that you can't check? You don't get a screen. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. That would be a nightmare, and I really want to do it now. Okay, so not all the expired film photos look good. Yeah, it's just my friends and I goofing off in that classroom. More of my view every day coming home and going to school. Just on the bus.
more at the farmer's market. This photo I like, but I really wish I got more. Because the cool thing about this photo is the ridiculously saturated red and the blue right here. And then, like, I feel like I should have asked her to move back a little bit and cropped it way in. So the shot was basically red, blue, her. Instead of all this distractingly bright background. I don't know. It's too late now. It is what it is. Finally, a fully in sharp photo. Those are rare, apparently. More breathe. These are all out of order. More film photos. I mean, photos of my film classes. I mean, I guess I technically wasn't wrong the first time. Yet another breathe photo. Buildings. And I think... Is that it? Oh, yeah, these are slightly edited ones. I just showed you the raw scans. And I feel like that's a little bit better. Oh no, you can see I'm such a Peak Design simp. It's sad. So, like, I tried to crop in the photo of her to this. I realized after I was home that would have been a much stronger shot. But alas, here we are. Oh, and these are some of her photos with the disposable instant camera. And I like them. So yeah, those are some film photos. As you can see, I took off my glasses because even just having something on my sweaty bridge of my nose was annoying. So there you are. There's some photos that are never going to be posted anywhere, but you got the chance to see. And I have another roll in here that I'm just waiting to finish up. In fact... You wanna be in a photo? Wait, how am I gonna do this? I need to be... Oh, it's pretty dark in here. Oh, it's... Wait. Okay, so my settings are 1/25 of a second at f1.8, ISO 400, but I'm sorry, ISO 200. I'm shooting Portrait 400, but I'm shooting it at 200. Here we go. I gotta focus it. Easier said than done. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whew. So that. Oh, what I did not tell you though is that I have, after taking those, shot 2 more rolls of film and have destroyed them in different ways. I was so happy. I went on this beautiful walk up Chris to the cross at sunset. And the entire, like, my town was lit on fire. It was so gorgeous. And I was like, oh, this lighting is going to look so beautiful on film. I totally fill up this roll. I get down to the bottom of the mountain and I'm just re-rolling the film and it gets caught. And jammed. I'm going to try and get it still developed, but I'm pretty sure absolutely nothing is on that film anymore. Those moments gone. Now, admittedly, I did try and take some photos on my phone, but it doesn't capture it at all. And this one, well, this one is 100% user error. Can you read what it says? Yep. Oh, Audra, I'm so sorry. Please, yes, just focus on resting. And I'm glad you're not feeling sick, but please give your body the rest that it so desperately needs. So, thank you for letting us know. Please go do your thing. I don't know if I should get this developed, though, because it was dry. It's perfectly dry, but it's covered in lint, and I don't know exactly how that happens. So I'm going to drop this off to be developed and tell them what happened. But, oops, that's $30 worth of film utterly destroyed, which hurts so bad. I'm still going to try and get him developed just to see if anything can come out. But yikes. Anyway, definitely going to still be shooting digital. I'm not going to become a film photographer, but it's a fun toy. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's neat to have a new aspect of photography that I feel very much like I'm learning about. So, and also something that I just don't like. I feel like a newbie again, and that's pretty neat. How neat is that? So that's kind of what I've... Oh, excuse me. Also, did I tell you this camera means a lot to me because... Let me see if I can pull up the photo. It has so much sentimental value to me. Because this was my grandfather's camera, and with it, he took childhood photos of me. Oh, here we go. I believe this is a photo. We were at a park, at a picnic, and I believe that this photo was taken with this very camera. And you know me, Mr. Sentimental, like. So, yeah, it means a lot to me. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of sentimental about my grandpa. Oh, Chris, can you show us Zimmerman's bridge pic? Yes, I'm so sorry. Was that... sorry. That Chris drove over. Yes, I'm sorry. Let me open up Messenger. But that's been kind of what has been my big distraction from schoolwork. Oh my gosh, Chris, sorry. I just saw the thing you sent me. Also, I realized right after the stream, Chris, that there was one NASCAR photo you sent that I forgot to show on stream. So I'm sorry. I can also show that tonight. It's really pretty, and I don't know why I never actually showed it. But, do you want to see? Oh my gosh, that's so narrow. Yeesh. Yikes. Here, let me save it. And open up my downloads folder. Pull it up full screen. Jeez Louise, Chris. There we go. Look at that. What? That's so narrow. I bet that was really cool, though. Also, thank you for blacking out the sign. Oh, the dogs. Holden, hello. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the sweat stream that this apparently is. Because, as you can tell, I am quite facially hydrated. That didn't feel good saying. It's just really friggin' hot. Is it hot where you are, Holton? It must be. It's always hotter in NorCal than SoCal. So I'm really curious about that. But oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you for sharing, Chris. Yikes, that is intense. That's also, I just noticed, that's totally just a one lane road. Like, you got one direction, that's all you're going, or at least that better be. There we go. Aww. Yes, Chris, my aunt is in town. For Easter. Beautiful bridge picture. The new leaves make me happy. Same. Holton. Oh, that... I mean, okay, so I'm complaining so much. It was 80 degrees today. And I'm acting like I'm dying. So maybe I am just super soft at this point. I am dreading when it gets up to like 112. Because it's done that a few days over the past few years. And I'm just not emotionally ready for that. Wish me luck. Especially, like... I don't know. I'm just not ready. Just on a spiritual, emotional, physical level. Okay. Not hot take. Cold is infinite. To be cold is such a better experience than to be hot. Actually, you know what? Let me rephrase that because I don't necessarily agree with that particular sentence. The weather being too cold is infinitely better than the weather being too hot. That I will stand by. Because, well, for one thing, when it's cold, you're energized, like, oh, I gotta move, versus when it's hot, you just want to lay down and melt away. Hot and muggy and sweaty and gross. You feel gross. More than that, there's only a socially acceptable and then even beyond that physical limit to how many clothes you can take off. Neither of which, well, I guess technically there is a social and physical limit to how many clothes you can put on. But yes, my people, Cass and Audrey, you get me. Plus, okay, you want to know a little life pro tip right here, a little secret? I bought a bunch of dress shirts, but they're all short sleeve shirts. Now I know I look like Mormon when I walk around in them, but here's the secret. When it's cold, throw a sweater over them, throw a little cardigan, throw a suit jacket, and it looks like you're wearing just like a nice dress shirt. But then when it gets too hot, unbutton the dress shirt, take off the jacket, and you got a casual. I know, right? 5,000 degree move right here. Hannah, you're dead to me. You want hot and humid? You can have this weather. You can have it. Oh, geez. 95 with heat and humidity. Last time I really felt like that, well, was Malaysia. But in the U.S. was that time that I was in North Carolina for like 3 months. Jeez, in like 2017. Chris, are they all the same color? Actually, no. They're like pink and blue and green are basically then. I'm spoiled by California and its lack of humidity, right? Literally same. I love it. I love the dry so much. I cannot get enough of the dry. I want the dry. Oh, actually, Audrey, that's a really good idea. Your girlfriend is from hot and humid Malaysia. I know. That's legitimately something we're gonna have to figure out in our relationship as we once we finally close the distance, because I like it cold and dry. She likes it hot and humid. So, wish us luck. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, but it's so nice to just be able to step in the shade and bam, it's so much cooler. And also you don't feel quite as sweaty and nasty and gross versus feeling muggy. Why would you want to do that? Cassidy. That's funny. That's a good one. Yes, thank you, Zimrin. Another person with great taste in temperature. There's got to be like a term for that. Not taste in temperature. Like, perspective of temperature? Someone who has good taste. But what's the temperature version of that? That's got to be a sentence, right? You have good blank in temperature. What's the word there? Yeah. The best word is not humidity. The best word is not being humid. It's humid out. It's muggy. That just culminates the most accurate idea in your head about the state of mind that you will be in when you visit somewhere humid. Like, I love my family memories in St. Simon's Island, Georgia, but it is so muggy there. You just step outside and you're like, ugh. At least I felt that way more and more as I spent more time out here and then would go back there to visit. Okay, Hannah. True. But I don't wanna. Yeah, you're right. You're dead on accurate. But I don't wanna in the heat. Yes, we are the freezing friends, the cold comrades, the ice, the frigid fellows. I'm gonna miss my 50-degree winter days. Yerp. Yerp. Audra, please go, go take care of yourself, okay? Audra? No more stream for Audra. Bye. There is no more stream for Audra. Everyone else can see me though, right? It's only Audra that can't see me. Don't ask how I did that. It's very, very technical, very serious. Okay, now that she's gone, now it's just us. And everyone else, you could totally see me the whole time, right? Just want to make sure that I figured it all out. The chilly children. Hannah. I have never felt such fear deep in my soul of another human being as I am by that. I am quite intimidated by you and your ability to do that. The breezy buds. There we go. That's wholesome. Bye, Audra. When it's cold out, I feel like I can get stuff done. But when it's hot out, boy howdy, I can't get stuff done. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly it. I'm just like... the entire time. That is literally just how I'm gonna be. Yes. Okay, and Chris, I felt like it was cold when you visited. Maybe that really shows how spoiled I've gotten. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. It's almost time for a cast fact. I'm sorry. I just looked at tapped my phone and looked at the time and I literally feel like we're just getting started. I'm still like, tell me about your week, you know? I shot a lot of film. It's all been dropped off. And I'm really hoping that it's all exposed correctly because I've realized I'm not sure if this lens is stopping down when it's supposed to. Hannah, that does not make me feel better. You know how we are around here about water. We are hydro homies. Yeah, yikes. See, you can't, well, you can. It's called hypothermia. There is cold exhaustion. In fact, it's almost like a more realistic physical danger that you will be in than heat exhaustion. Because you're right. With heat exhaustion, you just drink a bunch of cold water. With hypothermia, you are not supposed to do that because that will shock your system. Something fierce. So, fair. I will concede to you on this front. I went to a historical site this week because the inner homeschooler took me there. That is so homeschooled. I love that. I mean that in a positive way. That is a thirst for knowledge, not for any external motivations, but purely driven by inner curiosity. Love that for you. Goes to get more water. Same. Right after this stream, I'm going to go get myself a nice, cool, cold glass. Not a spawn at all, but getting like a Brita water, like one of those water purifier thingy jug things that you just like get the tap water and it filters it and you keep it in the fridge and it's always cold and you always have fresh, cool water wherever you... that's what gives me life. I love water. Water is my favorite experience, not just drink, my favorite experience in the whole world. So many times I'll be out with like friends or something, they're like getting a soda at a vending machine or getting lunch and be like grabbing a soda and be like, hey Chris, what do you want? I'm like, I'll have a water. They're like, no. You know, I'll pay for it if money's an issue. I'm like, no, I genuinely don't want anything but water. Like, it actually quenches your thirst. And yeah, I'm a water boy. What can I say? Hypothermia mostly affects your torso. Heat exhaustion gets you everywhere. Really? I did not know that. Chris, your historical site this week, trip, will be part of the history fact. It was very rainy, but I paid $15 and tried to get my money's worth. That reminds me of that one CGP Grey video where he, tried to visit somebody's grave. It was the behind the scenes about the ships that made New York and New Jersey, right? Does anyone watch, I keep wanting to say Chat GPT, that is incorrect. CGP Grey. Just your story really reminds me of that story. Cast fact time. You know what that means. We just got a cast fact. We just got a cast fact. We just got a cast fact. Wonder what it is. Oh, I should have pulled it up first. Lepidopterist is one who collects and studies butterflies. Huh. Lepidopterist? Lepidopterist? Is that right? Lepidorist? Huh. And here's a Zim fact. There are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice. Jeez Louise. So like a nice chilled salad. Okay, well now we're just sharing hypothermia facts, which genuinely is really interesting to me. If not that I am particularly in favor, but like freezing seems like the least terrible way of all the natural disasters to die. Right? Like being thrown around in a tornado, you're gonna get bruised and battered and have rusty nails. Anyway, that will not be a fun experience. Tsunami, you know how I feel about suffocation. That has been well covered throughout the years. But freezing, like, yeah, it's going to be painful for a little bit. But then you're just going to you'll get sleepy. You'll get tired. So, you know those questions, they're always like, would you rather burn to death or freeze to death? I am a freezer. 1,000%. Oh, and a Christery fact. Doors are small in old houses not because the people were shorter, but because it was a way of insulation. That makes sense. I never really thought about that. But this isn't a particularly old house. It was built in the 60s. But like the doors are pretty narrow, as you, Chris, can attest. And that makes sense. Like it doesn't have any kind of central air conditioning or air heating at all. I have a window unit that has been put in, but nothing that was original to the house. That makes so much sense. Also, Cassidy, yeah, that... Hey, take care. Sorry, sleepy boy over here. So, isn't there, like, some town in Alaska that it is illegal to leave your car door locked? Just in case someone is being chased by a polar bear, they'll be able to jump into any car they want and save your life. Is that true, though? That feels like one of those, like, fake internet stories that gets spread around and around and around. Of course, I also said that about the moon being upside down when you go into different hemispheres. And it turns out, nope, that's reality. So, I just should never be allowed on the internet, apparently, because I have the information parsing ability of a boomer on Facebook. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, Hannah's heard that's a thing. I really could take 2 seconds and Google it. But I don't wanna. Oh, I'm sorry, was it not Alaska? Was it? Hang on. You know what? Let's look this up. Let's go on an adventure here. Northern town cars unlocked because polar. Is this a thing? Canada. Oh, so it's not illegal. Manitoba? Isn't that where the viral TikTok sound of like Curtis Connor? And then it hit me. She's from Manitoba. Okay, so it's just a nice thing to do. But it's not illegal. Ah. That makes sense. Okay, that checks out. That makes sense. Also, what are these related news? News, quote unquote. Yikes. Anyway, I've been busted for trying to look up words that rhyme with live for this title that I could not think of any, so I reused a really old one. Chris exposed right here. She's from Manitoba. Yeah. Canada makes more sense. Well, I guess Alaska would also make sense. I don't know. One of them, what is, isn't it like the North Pole that has polar bears and the South Pole that has penguins? That feels right to me. Is that right? I think that's right. Anyway, it's not particularly relevant. I probably should start wrapping this up here just because I am very sleepy and yet also have to do my homework assignment, which is going to take quite a while of setting up stuff and taking pictures. I know, I've been busted. I've been caught. What can I say? I'm just a scoundrel, I guess. So yeah, thanks for just kind of, I don't know, listening, letting me ramble on for yet another hour of your life that is now just spent. It's gone. You will never receive that hour back. You are an hour older than you were before this. Well, actually, not quite. Not for a few more minutes. Jeez Louise, look at how red my eyes are. Oh, yikes. It's probably not good. Probably need to drink more water. But yeah, thanks for just hanging out with me. Thanks for letting me show you those film photos. Maybe next week I'll show you more. If I can get them developed in time. I dropped off 2 rolls. I don't know if any of them are going to work out because I don't know if when I take a photo... Let me ask you something. Oh no, because I shot it wide open. Never mind. Oh, thank you, Chris. Genuinely, that means so much. And I'm really glad that you enjoyed the movie. Because I did too. Please don't spoil. If there are any spoilers, I will delete and block. But it was a fun movie and I really, really enjoyed it. Are you trying to gaslight me into thinking that my audio setup isn't working? Haha, nice try, Chris. Nice try. Next week we all keep... Oh, I see what you mean. I'm sorry. Next week I will triple check. You can try, but you will not succeed. I'm having way too much fun with this lens. You? Me. Woo? Dramatic chipmunk. Dun dun dun! Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, dude, Hannah, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And yeah, thank you. It's so great to connect with you guys like every week. I love it and I'm so thankful. I'm so glad to be your friends. Like, I'm so lucky. So thank you so much. Sorry about the fiasco starting late and then the whole camera not working because I'm an idiot. Just a little bit of an idiot.
But, you know, c'est la vie. So, thank you, Tessa Violet, for teaching me that. So, I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. And then next week is spring break, baby. Not that I have any plans other than working. I have to work over spring break. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And yeah, the thrilling life of Chris. But I will see you next week. Same time, same place. A lot less stressed because I will have gone past the midterms. And in the meantime, please remember, stay hydrated. Hannah. Stay chilled. So true. Stay nice and cool. Stay hypotherm. Maybe I won't make that joke, actually. Maybe that's not a good joke to make when people have actually died from that. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. Stick your head in a bucket of water. I don't know. To stay cool. Stay Chevy. Stay Ford. Stay Canon, stay Nikon, stay prepared. No, stay flexible. That's what it was. Stay Citive. I know I moved that, as you can see right now. It's an acceptance letter and a prop clapper from the Warner Brothers studio tour from a trip with my grandma and aunt. That means a lot to me. And also, this little koala dude is from my friend that just went down to Australia and just got back. So she brought me a little koala dude from Australia, mate. That's pretty neat. And of course, you know, we got Winnie the Pooh from Malaysia. Another one of my friends, if you ever wonder what that little hat is on that cactus, another one of my friends went to Mexico and brought that back as a souvenir for me, which I'm very, very thankful. Anytime someone does that, I'm like, okay, well, you have to go on display in my room somehow. So I guess that's it. If you ever travel anywhere, and I don't know, it means a lot. It's somebody that's always like, oh no, I'm always a burden on people. To be like, no, someone cared about me and thought about me when they were out and about. Like, it made it very special to me. So I put that up to, I don't know, just have to remind myself of that friend. So anyway, sorry, not to get way too sappy for no reason, really. Stay koala'd. Stay Canadian, eh? Stay indoors during extreme weather conditions. So true. So true. Unless the extreme weather condition is something that you actually need to escape your home from. Stay traveled. Stay sweaty. Stay muggy. Stay humid. I don't know. And most importantly, stay wiped. Let me get my hand ready. There we go. Bye!